Good morning, class. Today is Thursday, April 23rd, 2020. I hope you guys have a great day. It looks like it's going to be beautiful and there's sunshine and fresh air. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Okay, class, for our phonics, remember that OR makes the OR sound. OAR also makes the OR sound, as well as ORE. So let's say it together. Or. Faster. Or. Again. Or. Slow motion. Or. All right, are you guys ready? Or, storm. Or, born. Or, for. Or, more. Or, soar. Go ahead and go down. Or, short. Ors, chores. Or, soar. Orth, north. Orch, porch. Go down. Forty. Ort, support. Orm, snowstorm. Before. Okay, now we're going to work on our abbreviations. So AVE period, is an abbreviation for avenue, like Emily lives on Bluebird Avenue. DR is the abbreviation for doctor, like Dr. Lucas helped me feel better. ST is an abbreviation for street, like Zayden lives on Smith Street. MRS is Mrs. for Mrs. Ba. MR is the abbreviation Mr., like Mr. Klingensmith. Okay, let's go back to our words. Form. Firm. Board. Bird. Barn. Okay, let's read our sentences. Ready? Does a big cat roar or snore? Mr. Thorne will report the game score for us. Next, we're going to do our workbook with the rip out pages. We're going to do 245 and page 246. And if you still have this little book, good ideas, we're going to use this again. If not, don't worry, you can just follow along with me. In poems, some words that are close together all start with the same sound. This is called alliteration. Okay, now you guys say the word. Ready? Alliteration. So words that are close together that have the same sound. So let's practice one. Sailor, Sally, sails across the sea. Sailor, Sally, sails across the sea. And what I've noticed is that words that are close together, alliteration, sounds very pretty. Sounds beautiful when you say it, okay? Sailor Sally sails across the sea. Doesn't that sound nice? Sometimes the words sound like what they tell you about, so it could also be like this. The wishing wind wheezed and whistled. That's a good one. The wishing wind wheezed and whistled. So they sound like what they tell about. So it's talking about the wind, and the whole sentence sounds like the wind almost. Wheezed, whistled, wishing. Read the sentences out loud and circle the words that begin with the same sound. Okay, are you guys ready? Help me. The bees buzz at the big brown bear. So we can circle bees. This has the bee. cups crash and shatter. Okay, so sounds like what the sentence is talking about. Clang, clatter, cups crash and shatter. Shatter doesn't start with a C, but it has the S, and it's talking about the cups, right? So what is this called again? You guys remember? Alliteration. Okay. All right, say the words. Circle the words that start with the same sound, then use them to make a sentence. Okay, so let's look what we have. Cats, dot, can, back, catch. So let's do cats, can, and catch. Okay, so let's write cats. If you guys want to come up with a different one, you don't have to copy mine. Cats can catch. Think of something else that has a C. Cats can catched, canned. Canned. I want to say canned corn. C. Canned. Let's do kelp, because even though it's a K, it still has the same K sound. Cats can catch canned kelp. Okay, number 4. Hid, dogs, dig, good, and down. Dogs dig down in the dirt. How about that? And you got another D. Dogs dig down in the dirt. So once again, this is called alliteration. It's when all the words are close together. They have the same sounds. And you guys see this a lot in poems and sometimes even songs. Okay, let's flip it over. So now we're going to reread Good Ideas. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Anyone can invent. Ben Franklin invented a stove and glasses. But even kids can invent. Here is one true story. KK liked winter. She liked to play outside, but her hands got so cold in the snow. She wanted to spend more time in the snow. KK had a good idea. She made a fleece cuff, but it did not work too well. It still let snow in. KK made some changes. The cuff worked much better than before. Soon lots of people wore her cuff. KK's idea was a hit. Okay, so on page 2, the author tells us about a blank KK has. Tells us about a problem, right? Her hands got so cold. Problem. Then on page 3, the author tells us about KK's life. KK had a good idea. She made a fleece, but it did not work well. Still let snow in. So that is a solution, right? She's trying to make something even though it wasn't perfect. So complete the sentence with details from the story. So KK's problem is that her hands get what? Hot or cold? Cold. Why? Because she's playing in what? In the, oops, I'm out of space. I'm going to go down here. Snow, period. Right? That's her problem. She loves to play in the snow, but her hands get cold. Okay, so how does she solve her problem? So she made a cuff, and then she made some changes, and the cuff worked better than before. Soon lots of people wore her cuff. KK's idea was a hit. Well, they probably all had cold hands too, and they said, hey, a smart girl. So KK solved her problem by taking a cuff to keep her hands. I'm gonna go down here. Warmer, period. Okay, we're gonna do some math. We're gonna do one lesson today. It's chapter 8.8, page 607, 608, 609, and 610. So if you guys want to get those out, you can pause the video. If not, let's get started. So it says time to the half hour. So this is going to be digital. Essential question. How do I determine length and time? Ready, set, practice. So Tyler's football practice ends at 4:30. Write that time on the digital clock. So 4:30 is 4:30. 4:30. Okay, flip it over. Okay. A digital clock can also show time to the half hour. Both of the clocks show 6:30 or 6:30. So remember, if the hour hand's not to the 7 yet, you have to remember that it still goes to 6. So this would be 6, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it's half of the clock. You can think of this as half past 6 or 6:30. 6:30. 6:30 or 6:30. Okay, so I can see half of the clock. So is it to 2 yet? No, so that means it's 1:30 or 1:30. Okay, number 2. So is it to 9 yet? Is the hour hand to 9? No, so it's still going to be 8. And we have half of the clock. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it's 8:30 or 8:30. Number 3, let's look where our hour hand is almost to 12, but since it's not there yet, it's still considered to be 11. And we have half of our clock, so it's 11 or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 or 11:30. Okay, so let's look where our hour hand is. Is it to 4 yet? Not quite, so it's still considered to be 3. And we have half of our clock, so this would be 3:30 or 3:30. So I want you guys to try this one on your own. And then if you flip it over, let's do our word problems. Number 11, ready? Mrs. Johnson's class had art at 9:30. It lasts 1 hour. What time does art class end? So 1 hour after 9:30, so a half hour would be 10, and then one more half hour would be 10:30. Aiden's school choir will start singing at 2:30. They will sing for 1 hour. What time will they stop singing? So 2:30 would be 2:30, and then 2:30 would go to 3. That'd be a half hour more, and then one more half hour would be 3:30. So 1 hour after 2:30 is 3:30. Bless you. Hot problem. Chase tells his friend that the time on the clock is 12 o'clock. Why is Chase wrong? Is it 12 o'clock? No, it's 12:30. It's 12:30. All right, you guys have a super awesome day. Bye.